Hi, everybody. Captain Lou here with another extravagant few minutes live here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube and, of course, on our Facebook page, the Captain Lou Extravaganza. We invite you to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can get all of our great programming, all of our extravagant few minutes episodes, all of our extravaganza with yours truly, and, of course, my tag team partner, Mitch Bernstein. And you can get all of our archive shows. And coming up in September, the start of season 10 of the ACHA Power Play. That and a whole lot more right on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube. And again, a reminder that all of our programming is brought to you by the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, and that is SeatGeek. If there's a game you want to go to, maybe a preseason game, a Lions game coming up in the fall, or the Tigers and Phillies, for example, a World Series preview this weekend in Philadelphia. Use SeatGeek, and you can get $20 off your purchase by using the promo code Captain Lou. It's that simple. It's easy. It's safe. Why not? It's free money. So go to SeatGeek, the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, and use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your purchase. All right. Happy August the 1st, 2025. It is indeed a happy time. The Tigers are in first place. They've got a World Series preview this weekend, potentially, with a 3-game set in Philadelphia taking on the Phillies. But boy, oh boy, around here in the Detroit area, you'd think Detroit was the Colorado Rockies or the Chicago White Sox. Boy, Scott Harris doesn't know what he's doing, right? Watch all the the social media pages. It's absolutely incredible. The Tigers improved themselves. Kyle Finnegan is going to step right in to the relief role for the Tigers. He's going to help that beleaguered bullpen. He's going to help Will Vest. It's definitely an upgrade for the Tigers. That's what they needed. They got a veteran arm in Charlie Morton yesterday right at the deadline. They got Paddock in the rotation. All he did Wednesday was pitch 6 innings of 3 hit balls, 6 strikeouts, helping the Tigers sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks. Yes, I know everybody wants the shiny toy. They want the pizzazz. They want the hot ticket. They wanted Suarez. They wanted Bednar. But they would have had to give up the farm. They would have had to give up prospects that weren't worth giving up for a rental. You want a rental? Go to a team that's not going to go to the World Series. If you think Bednar is going to put the Yankees over the top into the World Series, you're crazy. And for what they gave up, a catching prospect that will probably start next year or would have started for the Yankees. And for the Mariners, giving up 3 players in the top 25 of their farm system, including their 6th overall prospect, you're crazy. I would rather have McConaughey. I would rather have Anderson. I would rather have Clark. I would rather have Lee and get what we have in the bullpen. In the bullpen, yes, with Finnegan and with Paddock and with Charlie Morton. Did we get that hot shot bat? No, but you can't get everything. Detroit improved, and they've got a 9-game lead. The doom and gloom has got to go away. Enjoy this weekend. The Tigers start a 3-game set with the Phillies. A World Series preview in my book. It could very well be. The Tigers are the best team in the American League. Let me say that again. The Tigers are the best team in the American League. The Phillies are one of the best teams in the National League. Sit back and enjoy it. The Tigers improved themselves, and they still got a core that's going to be here for a long, long, long time. Relax, everybody. The Tigers improved themselves at the trade deadline, getting Morton, getting Finnegan, getting Paddock, and they didn't give up anybody of consequence. That's the key right there. Yes, they didn't get the shiny toy. Yes, they didn't get that hotshot automobile, but they're going to be there in the playoffs. They've got a better shot of getting to the World Series than they did 48 hours ago. Speaking of the Tigers and the Phillies, let's look at the matchup this weekend for the Tigers and the Phillies. Tonight, Jack Flaherty's going to go up against Ranger Suarez. And then tomorrow at 4:05, the matchup everybody's excited to see as well. Tariq Skubal and Zach Wheeler. They're going to do battle, and that's going to be one heck of a matchup. And on Sunday, it's undecided. It could be Troy Melton or it could be Charlie Morton getting the call for Detroit. That's a Sunday night ESPN primetime game. and they're going to go up against Sanchez for the Phillies. It's going to be a fun weekend if you're a Tigers fan. Enjoy it. Stop with the doom and gloom. Your Tigers are in first place. Our Tigers are in first place in the American League and in the Central. Cleveland, they are in sell mode. They're done. The Twins, I don't even know who's on their roster. They're done. The Royals are the only team really to keep an eye on in the American League Central. The Tigers are sitting better than they were 48 hours ago. All right, let's take a look at the standings in Major League Baseball while we've got a minute. We talked about the Tigers. They're on top in the Central with a 64-46 record. They've got a 9-game lead over the Guardians, 9.5 over the Royals, and 12 over the Twins. In the American League East, the Blue Jays, their record is, or they're 3.5 games up with a 64-46 record. They're up over the Yankees, 5 over the surging Red Sox. In the West, the Astros, their lead is 4.5 over the Mariners and 5.5 over the Rangers. In the National League, the Mets, they've got a half-game lead over the Phillies. We mentioned the Phillies and the Tigers coming up this weekend. 62-47 for the Mets, 61-47 for the Phillies. In the Central, the Brewers right now with a 1-game lead after taking 2 out of 3 from the Cubbies, 64-44. And in the West, the Dodgers with a 3-game lead now over the Padres. The Padres playing pretty good, winning 5 straight, 63-46 for the Dodgers, 60-49 for the Padres. In NFL, hey, yes, it's back. The Hall of Fame game was yesterday. How much of it did you watch yesterday? How much of it are you really seriously going to take as something that matters once the kickoff comes in September against the Green Bay Packers at 4:25 on September 7th? I'm not taking anything away from it. It's a preseason game. Everybody now getting ready to jump off the Mackinac Bridge after a preseason game that Detroit lost to the Los Angeles Chargers. Okay, congratulations to the Chargers. You won a preseason game. Yes, Detroit had turnovers. Yes, Detroit had penalties. They fumbled the opening kickoff. I get it. But it's just a preseason game. How many preseason games did Detroit win last year? I think 1 maybe. How many did they win the year before that? 1. It's a preseason game. Detroit's benefiting, in my book, with an extra preseason game. They've got new coordinators on both sides of the ball, okay? And so this is a great opportunity for them to get the extra preseason game, to get things down. But it's the way it is now in NFL in the preseason. These teams get more out of the weekday practices with the teams that they play against. You know, they're almost like controlled scrimmages in practice. Nobody plays in the preseason. Relax, everybody. The Lions are going to be absolutely fine. They got a brutal schedule, but they're going to be absolutely fine. God almighty, I tell you what, everybody's just panicking over this preseason game. It's preseason. Talk to me in December if Detroit's 5-10 or whatever. That ain't going to happen. Relax, everybody. Everybody in the state of Detroit, or the city of Detroit, their state right now, needs to just step back and relax. We got 2 of the best teams in pro sports right now, the Tigers and the Lions. Enjoy it. Stop whining about, oh my gosh, just enjoy it, please. Yes, I am the eternal optimist, but enjoy it. Like I said, we've got 2 of the best teams in pro sports. The Tigers tied for the best record in the American League, 1 game behind the Brewers for the best record in all of baseball, and the Lions, who had the best record in the NFL at 15-2. Remember what it was like in Detroit about 4 years ago? All right, enough said. Okay, we're going to take a look at today in sports history, but first a reminder that, again, the Extravagant Few Minutes is brought to you, as always, by the official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network, and that is SeatGeek. If you want to go watch the Tigers and Phillies this weekend, go to SeatGeek, get your tickets there. Use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. It's that simple. You want to watch the Lions and the Falcons in the next preseason game, get all worked up. Make sure you go to SeatGeek and use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. Any game you want to go to, NFL, MLB, minor leagues, hockey coming up in a couple of months, NBA, whatever. The official secondary market of the Captain Lou Sports Network is SeatGeek, and use the promo code Captain Lou for $20 off your next purchase. It's that simple. All right, let's take an extravagant look at today in sports history. Just a few things to keep an eye on, all in Major League Baseball. In 1977, Willie McCovey hit a National League record 18th grand slam for the San Francisco Giants. In 1978, Pete Rose, his 44-game hitting streak, which is second all-time to Joe DiMaggio's 56-game hitting streak. It's a National League record. It came to an end in a 16-4 loss to Atlanta. And in this date, 1982, two legends of Major League Baseball, Frank Robinson and Hank Aaron, were inducted into the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame back when they inducted real Hall of Famers and did not turn it in to the Hall of Very Good. A couple of birthdays today. Stacey Augmon, former college great at UNLV and NBA player. He's 57. And Major League Baseball standout Greg Jeffries. He turns 58. All right, that's going to do it for a look at today's birthdays and today in sports history. And that's going to do it for another edition of an extravagant few minutes right here on the Captain Lou Sports Network on YouTube. Enjoy your Friday, everybody. Enjoy the Tigers and the Phillies this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right, thanks to everybody for welcoming us into your homes, on your computers, on your laptops, and your iPhones. Thank you for welcoming us into your world here on the Captain Lou Sports Network. Captain Lou saying, keep your heads up, keep your sticks down, keep your feet moving, and as always, keep your minds open. So long, everybody.